We did have that cool front move through, but temperatures, they rebounded this afternoon. We are in the lower 80s and will likely be there again tomorrow. But that front, the remnant energy from it is actually producing a couple of light showers tonight. Here's 13 alert radar. I'm monitoring some showers that are actually moving from east to west right now, just north of I-10 through portions of Liberty County. This is just a light passing sprinkle or drizzle, I would say, that's now approaching Humble and the 69 corridor there. Also potentially have some light sprinkles that'll be near downtown within the next half hour. So no major showers in the forecast or any severe weather over the next 12 hours or so. We're just going to keep about a 10 to 20% chance for a passing shower. And with the increase in cloud cover and the shower chance, temperatures, they're only going to fall into the upper 60s. We're adding a little more humidity in the air once again. So we could potentially wake up to some areas of patchy fog. The reduced visibility you see here in Pasadena, Pearland, and Liberty, that's actually from rain. But I wouldn't be surprised if we do see some heavier pockets of fog if you are going eastbound on I-10 closer to Beaumont tomorrow morning. As for your weather headlines, though, the main thing we're talking about tonight is the shower chance. It's a bit of an unsettled pattern, but tomorrow, nevertheless, is going to be another beautiful day once we get to the afternoon. Next big thing we're monitoring is going to be a cool front once we get through some mild mornings and some warm afternoons as well. We're going to be talking about the time frame in which we could actually feel some cooler temperatures here in Southeast Texas coming up in my full forecast, Tom.
Happenings, and that is that meteorologist Elyse Smith has her eye on the tropics on November 9th.
Well, not only that, but having a storm in the Gulf on November 9th. That was once a major hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico, but Rafael, now a tropical storm. And again, it's not our storm. This storm is going to continue to spin pretty much in place. It's pretty stationary right now, only moving northwest at about 3 miles per hour. A tropical storm, but barely, with winds of 45 miles per hour, gusts up to 60. And over the next 24 hours, Rafael's just going to continue to spin a little bit. It's going to sit there, but it's blocked from moving into the Gulf Coast because of the active pattern we have. So this storm is going to continue to weaken and eventually move into the Bay of Campeche later this week. And then we turn our attention to our next weather system. So interesting things here. As Rafael continues to weaken, it could send a surge of moisture close to the Gulf Coast. This is remnant moisture from Rafael. At the same time, our next front will be arriving. So depending on the timing of this front and the positioning of that extra rainfall potentially from Rafael, we could potentially see some heavier showers on Wednesday or not. There is a sharp cutoff. But if this front moves in quicker, as we are expecting it to, that ushers away the rain. And this next front that's moving in next week will bring in some of those cooler temperatures. And I think you're going to feel it most in the morning when we have morning lows in the upper 50s or lower 60s. And specifically, we're keying on Thursday and Friday morning of next week. Mark it on your calendar. That's when we could see a better taste of those fall conditions, because our afternoons continue to be much warmer. We're still seeing high temperatures in the 80s. That's not too unusual, but the string of days where we have 80-degree temperatures, that is above normal for this time of year. Our typical average high temperature as we get into the middle of November, it's going to range between about 72 to 75 degrees. So we are talking about temperatures in the lower 80s. That is 10 degrees above normal for where we will be, especially by the time we get to next weekend as well. So much warmer November here, but that cool front that moved through, it did bring us some nicer conditions for most of the day. We finally saw the sunshine in the afternoon, but as you can see here, that front, it did stall, and we're now starting to see some cloud cover develop across the region, and some of those clouds are holding a little bit of rain. 13 alert radar right now. You can see some of those light showers beginning to push into Harris County now. And they're moving from east to west. That's just because of the calm weather system we have overhead and the remnant energy from that front. So this is just going to be some light passing rain. You can see some near Baytown, along I-10 in Harris County, near Missouri City, potentially some light rain, Fort Bend as well, into Fort Bend County as well. Sugar Land potentially picking up some passing rain, Pearland as well. Humble too is a little bit of light showers. Then into Houston, we could see some of that passing rain tonight as well. Meanwhile, though, besides the rain, we could see some areas of fog. We have the rain, we have some humidity, temperatures only falling into the upper 60s. But tomorrow we should see all of that clear. We see a bright, beautiful, sunny afternoon with high temperatures in the lower 80s. So here we are on future track. You can see a couple of those light showers over the next 12 hours. But then generally speaking, there's that sunny sky, the clear conditions for the second half of your Sunday. So a beautiful day tomorrow, and we keep those gorgeous conditions continuing. Definitely warmer than what we typically have in November, but we'll be watching that midweek front to bring those slightly cooler mornings for sure. Looks like by the time we get to the following week, at the very end of the 10-day forecast, a stronger cold front could bring potentially both thunderstorms and then also that cool down that we've been waiting for as well, Tom.
Elyse, thank you. Well, this month, ABC 13 is celebrating 7